So today we'll explain all the concepts of Netscaler. So what Netscaler can do and what are the licensing features in the basic and advanced features we have. So what is the purpose of ADC or Netscaler is like whatever the traffic that is coming to the Netscaler, like always a load balancer will redirect to always across the healthy servers. The backend will have the healthy servers. Always the user request. Is going to be like we are going to create through like load balancing and the load balancing whenever it's need to redirect to the backend server, like it need to take that algorithm. Like we have the different algorithms like round robin algorithm we have, then least connections, least response time, hashing, weighted algorithms. So it depends upon our requirement. We are going to choose. So we are going to choose the which whatever the algorithm we want. So that's we need to uh, k- uh, keep that. Okay. So what are those algorithms also we are going to we'll discuss depends upon our requirement. We need to choose the algorithm also. Okay. So what is the main advantage is if you have only single server, like always that server is overloaded. That's here we are going to reduce that overload, and always the application should be highly available. The application should be highly available. So that's we need to take care with this. So that is the load balancing, and the content switching is like here we have the path-based routing we have. So that means same server, but we have the backend. If it is slash dot API, then I want to redirect to backend API servers slash images. Then to that backend image servers like this here based on the URLs. Only one public IP, but the application URLs are different. To that I want to redirect. Then I'm going to design okay, like then I'm going to design the those one public IP, multiple servers we are going to keep it. Okay, so then we are going to use a path based routing we are going to do. So that feature we are calling as content switching, the path based routing, URL based routing, multi host routing, all that we are going to do using the content switching. This is also one of the feature of Netscaler. Then SSL offloading and SSL like a termination. But now we are using not SSL. We have the TLS is the enhanced version of SSL. That TLS certificates need to be encrypted. So now, like whatever the traffic is coming from the external users to Netscaler, it is coming through HTTPS, but from the HTTPS to it's redirecting to HTTP. Okay, so that's like if that HTTPS conversion is happening on the servers, more load on the servers, but Netscaler is going to take care. Even if the thousands of requests coming, all their data is going to be SSL encrypted, or the MPX can handle that thousands of requests also. Depends on how many number of users, like we are going to design, like that many number of servers we are going to keep, and that's we are going to allocate. Okay. So we need to take care what is the concept of SSL offloading is. Whatever the HTTPS traffic is coming, that's going to be converted into HTTP. To the backend servers is communicating over HTTP itself, but Netscaler device is already in our network. That is the reason we don't have any security wise constraints also. Over the internet while transferring the data, it came over the encrypted HTTPS, but our Netscaler device level is going to be decrypted at the Netscaler level. It is getting decrypted to this. Then, like here we have GSLB. What is the concept of GSLB is like a global server load balancing or global site load balancing. We are going to keep active or active passive kind of like two data centers and even one region. That means it's a one global site we have. That one global site is down. Even we can switch the traffic from from the primary to secondary. That's called as active passive or active also. Both I want to keep, depends upon the users or proximity wise. I want to take the decisions. Then that is called as active kind of thing. So both the sides can be available, or one may be active, second one may be passive. If active is down, I want to redirect the traffic to the passive kind of things. So that's we can do at the global server load balancing. Okay, so then even we can fail over between like a active and maybe one disaster site we are keeping, another one is primary. Otherwise, we are keeping both, and we can take the decision of proximity. What is the meaning of proximity is the user is coming from the US, I'll redirect to US site. If the user is coming from Hyderabad, I'll redirect to maybe Hyderabad site. Like this here, like all Indian users, I'm redirecting to Hyderabad. All US users, maybe from US region, I'm choosing one location. That feature is called as proximity kind of thing. And based on the least response time also we can take, or least load, which site having least load, I can redirect. So like this here we can choose across the multi regions. Even we can set up a disaster kind of environment. We can specify. And Netscaler is doing application firewall or web application firewall kind of thing also. In order to protect SQL injections, XSS preventions, URL rewriting. So these kind of application level firewall settings also, bot protection also it can enable. So these all the features also Netscaler can do. It's not only load balancing. Netscaler is providing the features of WAF also, web application firewall kind of features. Then we can do authentication, authorization, and like a, a authentication, authorization, auditing also can be performed, and we can support different type of authentication mechanisms like LDAP, Radius server, or like SAML, like single sign-on kind of things, Kerberos, all these also we can enable. Mostly the external users, we are authenticating even with the multi-factor authentication, not only with the Active Directory, maybe any of the Radius server or SAML server we are going to specify two levels of authentications we are providing for external users. Then, like here, we need to provide a VPN gateway also. It's going to uh, provide. Okay, so VPN also is going to provide. Netscaler is not only doing a load balancing, it is providing a VPN also whenever the external users are connecting, like over the internet, like through the VPN also we are going to provide. It's going to communicate over the internet itself. A full VPN is going to provide. Okay, so then rewrite and response URL to block the traffic, redirecting the traffic. So these also is going to do, and high availability. Say in the GSLB itself, we have active passive kind of redundancy we have. Okay, even we have the advanced features also. We are having advanced load balancing features, rate limit. So these number of users only want to connect per hour. So that kind of rate limits also we can configure, and caching also. So by enabling the caching, most of the user data is going to be cached into those. Then it no need to hit the server from the cache itself. It's going to be delivered. That's reduce the server load also. So these all comes under the advanced features. Bot protection also is going to DDoS protection also it's enabling. Say suppose if any of the floods of traffic is coming also, like Netscaler is going to support all these. So these all the basic features and advanced features we have, and that corresponding licenses would be modified based on the whatever the features you are going to use in the Netscaler. Those are the features we are going to use from the Netscaler wise we are going to use. Okay. So then, like here assume we have two storefront servers. I want to do the load balancing. Say we have the two storefront servers we have. Normally even in the storefront group also we can keep, but we want to redirect from the Netscaler we want to redirect. That means we have the two storefront servers want to do load balancing from the Netscaler. Even if one storefront server goes down, the other storefront servers we want to manage. Then like we have the two storefront servers we have, and the backend XML servers is nothing but the controllers. Then HTA servers also we have. These all like we are going to do. So both storefront servers are the same store we have, and storefront base URL is identical because those have been added to the storefront group. Those have been added. So now, like here we need to create virtual IPs. We need to create. That means the logically for the storefront servers from the Netscaler wise, like we are going to keep it like a uh, like VIPs we need to create. Those are the virtual IPs from the Netscaler wise. Logically, we are adding those servers. Logically, we are we are adding those. That means the storefront we need to add those virtual IPs. We need to add whatever the storefront we have. Those we need to upload, and even we need the certificates also we need to provide. Then, like here in the traffic management load balancing, we need to add the servers like storefront server 1, that IP, and server 2. Those IPs, these all called as virtual IPs. Then we need to create the services. So which service we are going to use is like a HTTPS we are going to configure for both of them. HTTPS we are going to set up, and in those we need to set up like a So, based on the Netscaler, what it is going to do is for those virtual IPs, it is always checking the traffic based on the service and protocol what we have given. Netscaler is keep on monitoring those servers. Means whatever the servers we have added for the load balancing, what Netscaler would be doing is Netscaler is keep on validating those servers, and like whether the servers are available or not. Then finally we are linking those virtual servers. We are linking both the servers. We are going to link. Then like a SSL, all these also we are going to specify. Okay. So what is the purpose of the adding them in the virtual servers is always Netscaler is going to verify those, and based on the load balancing decision, like it's going to redirect to the healthy storefront, or even it can do the load balancing depends upon the say depends upon the algorithm what we have chosen. Based on that, that's going to take the decisions. Based on that, it's going to take the decisions. And like we need to add the server URL which is set as the virtual IP, that like VIP address we are going to set up. Then the users when they hit, that's going to redirect to the storefront based on the like whatever the servers we have. And the HTA server for the external users we are going to get whenever the external user is coming, like controller itself is acting as an HTA server, and HTA server is responsible to generate a token, HTA token, and for the second time when the external user is connecting, it's going to check that that token is matching or not. Okay, so now, like here, whenever the users are connecting in the storefront load balancing environment, then they're using the Netscaler VIP. Then, like we have the two storefront servers have been added to that virtually we have added, and based on the Netscaler decisions, that is user is going to be redirected to that. Say, like based on the Netscaler virtual IP, we are getting the traffic. Then, like storefront server 01 or 02, we are going to redirect the traffic. Okay, so then, like XML service is nothing but the controller service DDCs itself that's attaching to the storefront servers. So in the storefront servers, what we are doing is we're adding multiple controllers. We are adding, then storefront will do the load balancing of like multiple storefront servers. It's going to do that load balancing. It's going to create even if one controller goes down also. So that's also we are going to redirect. And here before that itself, Netscaler is going to authenticate. For that purpose, we are going to use the policy LDAP policy also. We are going to use say LDAP policy also. We are going to set up for that. Okay, so we need to keep those two storefront servers in the server group. Then like a load balancer VIP is our base URL. Then like we need to create the like a virtual IP addresses for storefront servers. Then like certificates also we need to set up. Based on this, like Netscaler is going to redirect the traffic to those servers.
So Netscaler only work with storefront server,
No, no, even
correct?
GSLB level also for the each site we can allocate one IP address. From the load balancing level also we can do it at the GSLB level. That means one complete data center goes down also we can do it. But
Okay.
in
But my question is like Netscaler not responsible to know about the controller or PVS
the
anything else, or
controllers
only
anyhow,
lets you in, but not like communicating with them. Are they healthy or not? Just making sure the storefronts are
that at the
healthy.
storefront level we are configuring.
Okay.
At the storefront level we can configure the multiple like controllers we can add it.
Okay.
So with that, what is going to happen is whether those servers are healthy or not, storefront can check it. But GSLB level, like for each site, we can configure on the like on the Netscaler level. Means even one site completely goes down also, we are going to redirect to another site we can configure. So if the complete site is down, then we can redirect to another site. But mostly here, the net storefront, multiple storefront servers, if you take, on that we are going to configure multiple XML brokers, then it can do. But Netscaler can do even at the multiple controller level also, it can do that. And not only for Citrix applications, some companies are using for their websites also, they can load balance using the storefront server, sorry, Netscaler. For any of the protocol, it supports. Like web-based applications, HTTP, HTTPS level also, Netscaler supports that load balancing. But in our scenario, for the storefront servers, for the GSLB, we can tell we are using the Netscaler.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so here Netscaler is all these features we discuss. Mostly depends upon our requirement. We need to choose those features. Okay, so now like what is the VIP is the public IP, that is users are going to access through the VIP. So maybe in the DNS we are going to map this VIP to our Netscaler VIP address. Then like it's going to monitor depends upon the whatever the like services protocols we have given. Okay, say if that server is keep on it's monitoring. Virtually we are adding that server details, protocol details, all those to the Netscaler. Netscaler is keep on monitoring that, and if that is unhealthy on behalf of us, the Netscaler is keep on checking, and if that server is down, Netscaler doesn't redirect the traffic to that server. Netscaler won't redirect the traffic to that server, and we have the different load balancing algorithms we have. So here mostly we have the round robin, okay, least connections, least response time, hash based like mostly 5 hash based or weighted also we can give. So round robin is if the user request goes, the first request goes to first server. If you have 3 servers, second request goes to second server, third request goes to third server. Again, fourth request comes to the first server. Like this, here the round robin or least connection among those backend servers, which server is having the least connections at that moment, then Netscaler is going to take the decision to that. Netscaler is going to take the decision to redirect to that server or which servers are least response time, to that it is going to take the decision of redirecting to like that least response time. Or hash base also we can configure. Hash base algorithm wise client IPs, some persistency also can be given based on that. Or weighted also. We can give the weight 30% of the traffic goes to one, 70% of the traffic can goes to that kind of weighted also we can specify. So it depends upon our requirement. So we need to choose which type of algorithm we need to select. And persistency means based on the cookies or based on the client side IPs, I want to redirect like a persistency. Say some say suppose if the user same server comes, I want to redirect to the same server. These kind of stickiness I want to give to the user. Then we are going to enable persistency. We are going to enable. So that feature is stickiness kind of feature based on the cookies or source IP, like the same server it is trying to redirect instead of load balancing them.
Can you tell me this about weighted? What is that? Can please
Come again.
weighted? What is that?
Weighted means we can give the weightage 70% of the traffic goes to this server, 30% of the traffic goes to this server. Like this, we can give the weight based policies.
Mm.
Then, according to that weight, load balancer will take the decisions. Okay. So then, like here,
So how will configure? Maybe
that's on the algorithm level, we need to choose those. While configuring the server, like virtual
okay.
servers, the storefront servers, these all, like we need to choose the load balancing algorithms. Any of the load balancer, say suppose in AWS we have Netscaler load, sorry, application load balancer supports only round robin. Okay. Whereas network load balancer supports hash based kind of algorithm. But Netscaler supporting any of those depends upon the client requirement. We need to choose the algorithm what we want. So it
How can
depends
we?
upon our requirement. We need to choose that algorithm. While adding the virtual servers, we need to choose the algorithm.
How can we get idea?
That's our like architect decisions. Those are. So based on the architect decisions, depends upon like we need to redirect to like proximity base or active prime like passive kind of thing, active active. So it depends upon all these things. Architect will design that. According
Okay.
to that, we are going to configure.
As per the designing.
Yes, as per the architecture design, we need to.
Okay. But we should have idea at least.
Yes, yes, that what are the algorithms it supports, all those we require the knowledge. Okay, so now here what is the round robin is the first request goes to server 1, second server 2. Here we only 2 servers we have. Okay, so round robin is a simple algorithm. Okay, but say for the persistency it won't come stateless. Okay, so always it takes which is the server is need to be given like in the sequence order, it would be rotating those servers. Okay, so that's we are going to choose. Least connection is like here we have 2 servers, one server with 50 active sessions, second server with 10 active sessions. Then always the new user goes to least connection 1. Okay, so then least response time. The server 1 is responding in 500 milliseconds, server 2 responding in 200 milliseconds. Then if I choose least response time, then obviously the new user request goes to server 2. The new user request goes to server 2. It is going to redirect. Always I want to give the best service to the users, then we are going to choose. But then like here hash base, so based on the same client IP comes, I'm going to redirect it to same server. I'm going to redirect. Okay, so normally like the new user request goes to maybe the storefront 02, but I want to redirect to this server is reserved. Some stickiness is there. Always previously the user connected to the same server. I'm trying to connect to that same server based on the IP address hash key. I'm recognizing that IP address and I'm redirecting to the same thing. Some set of persistency I'm going to maintain. I'm going to set up some persistency I'm going to maintain. Then based on the URL base also we can give. Okay. So then persistency versus load balancing means persistency is if you enable that feature, load balancing is not working because even storefront server 2 is least loaded, but like if the persistency enable and that user connected previously to the storefront 1, to that itself that's going to take the decision. So some requirements we want to redirect to the same server, whereas for the stateless applications we can choose load balancing. For stateful applications, I want to redirect to the same server. Then we need to take persistency need to be enabled. Okay, for the first time it's going to take. From the next time onwards, it would be redirected to the same server. If you have that kind of requirements, like where we want a stateful kind of thing, then we are going to choose persistency we are going to enable. Okay. So here that hash is based on the source IP address, cookies, then SSL session, or maybe advanced features. So that is a hash based kind of thing. So based on those 5 hashes, it is going to take the decisions. It is going to take the decisions it is going to take. Then like whenever the user request comes to like a storefront, like storefront is based on the algorithm what we have configured, it's going to take the decision to which server it need to redirect. It's going to take that to which server it is need to take the request that is need to be need to be delivered. So then this IP address is linked to like we have one VIP, That's at the DNS level we are going to resolve that one. If the users hit that, like maybe storefront dot our company dot com, wipro.com, like that, like already that should be at that domain level we are linking with our VIP. Then that request comes to VIP. Then VIP will have these storefront servers, all those. Then based on the algorithm, it is going to take that to which algorithm it is going to take that. Okay, so it depends upon our requirement. We need to check that, like which algorithm we want. Based on that, it is going to check the health monitoring, and if the servers are available, based on the load balancing algorithm, it is going to take the decision of to which server it need to redirect. To which server it need to redirect, it is going to take the decision. It is going to take the decision based on that. Okay, so then here we have while configuring our storefront servers or any of the servers from the Netscaler wise, or the load balancing and the traffic management of load balancing, we need to set up these components. Like we have the server, service, monitor, virtual server. The the server is like whatever the storefront, DDC, web server, which one you want to do the load balancing, that we are adding to to that Netscaler through the server, that backend server. Logically, we are representing. Say in our scenario, if you have three storefront servers, all those servers, and on which service it need to do the load balancing also, we need to specify. The service is a server, which protocol and which port number it is going also we need to set up. Then what is the Netscaler is doing is, it's keep on checking whether that servers are working or not. If we are using multiple subnet servers we have, then SNIP comes into the picture. Like what is the SNIP? Like in another subnet also we have those servers. Then like SNIP will use to verify those servers are listening or not. But if those are in the same subnet, then MIP would be keep on checking those servers. But like which of the servers we want to monitor, those backend servers and their protocols, port numbers, we need to add to Netscaler. The Netscaler would be keep on checking those, like whether those servers are available or not. Okay, so then finally we need to check the monitoring also, like based on the which protocol we are going to use. Okay, and if that server is that server monitoring is failed, then that server is obviously removed from the load balancing, and user request can't be sent to that server. User request can't be sent to that servers, and if the load balancing server, like always, that would be removed. If all the servers have been removed, definitely we'll have the downtime to the users also. We'll have the downtime to the users also. Okay, so then like we need to configure virtual server also. So then we need to add that virtual server which is exposing to the client also. We need to bind it. The load balancing virtual server will add the services, persistency, all these we are going to add. Okay, then the load balancer service to server it is going to redirect. Okay, and these all the protocols it supports, like mostly HTTP, HTTPS, TCP, SSL, UDP, any of the port also it supports. Okay, so it depends upon these. Like for the storefront, when we are going to configure on the storefront servers, we require the certificates, and that root certificate should be on the Netscaler, and it's going to take over the HTTPS itself is going to communicate. And VIP is going to external users also is coming through like a SSL itself. And even for the controllers also, when you are going to configure either HTTP or HTTP is not a best practice. In the protection, mostly we'll use HTTPS itself. Then, like Netscaler can do global site level or global server load balancing also. Like we have that, say here we need to represent in the GSLB, like we have two centers, and each center we are going to configure like a multiple subnets, mostly two regions may not have the same subnet range, then that SNIP is going to configure. Then we need to set up the GSLB, and each GSLB we are going to set up one IP address, and that represents if that IP is not available, then that server is down. Sorry, that region is down or that site is down, then the user request doesn't redirect it to that site. Then active kind of so load balancing is working at the multi-region level, and whatever the user traffic is coming is going to take the decisions of if the one site is down to the another site it redirect, or like which site is better, the nearest the global user is coming, and load balancer will take the decisions of to which server it can redirect the traffic also can be taken. So those kind of decisions also we can configure by setting up the GSLB virtual servers we can set up. Okay, so based on the proximity, round robin, least response time, or weight also goes 70% of traffic to this, 30% of traffic to this. Like this, we are going to specify, and this purely works with DNS based. Is going to work. DNS is going to work on that. Even we can set up in each site again multiple Netscalers also. Some of the companies will set up. That means total three Netscaler kind of devices also they will have, and one Netscaler primarily redirecting to another Netscaler device in that region, and from that it's going to redirect. So like this, the large scale enterprises are going to set up those. So the storefront servers we have configured. And finally, those all the servers and protocols we need to add to VIP. Then VIP address we are assigning to the users. Okay, then here we have two, so that is for the server level. Now we have the two sites. So we need to create a GSLB site. I'm giving Hyderabad DSL. Then like a SNIP of Hyderabad Netscaler we are using. Then Bangalore or some other we are choosing. Then once we create the GSLB services, like we'll bind that to the GSLB virtual server. Previously we created the servers and we added to the virtual server. Now here we have created the GSLB sites and we added them to GSLB service. Then like a DNS also we need to configure, and based on the DNS it's going to take the decision like whatever the ADNS service we have the public IP of that's we need to link, then like that IP address we are going to hit by the users. Then at the DNS level this going to take the load balancing of decisions to which site it need to redirect the traffic, to which site it is going to redirect the traffic we are going to take the decisions. And before that itself we need to configure like Active Directory, LDAP also, or if you want multi-factor authentication, that Radius server also we need to set up. So these all the configurations we need to set up. These are like we require the complete licensing those, but the configuration steps we'll discuss in the next session. Okay.
It
So, sure.
scale and scale means like we are assuming that this, not assuming that this will work like load balancer. It means we will configure outside our network and to manage traffic. And
No, outside network we don't control.
mm.
External traffic comes to our DNS.
Mhm.
So these all like Netscaler uh, in the real time. This is going to
Mm.
be set up in our DMZ only. So that means here we have the external users Then there would be a firewall. Then we have the Netscaler. Then again the firewall. Then internally we are going to keep storefront, then DDC, database. These all, like, this is our internal private network from the
Yeah.
these all.
Mhm.
The Netscaler is between these two firewalls. That's called as DMZ.
It will be, here DM0.
Yeah, external users can come from anywhere.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So then some scenarios even we can configure multi-hop DMZ also. So first Netscaler just only proxies to next Netscaler, then again storefront like this. That's called as in this scenario we have three firewall devices, and those are called as double hop DMZ.
Double hop.
Yeah, double hop DMZ. Where they want more security, they're going to keep three firewall levels. Okay, so like this, NASA having almost 7 layers of firewalls. Okay, so mostly we'll have the single hop DMZ, but if you have like a double hop DMZ also, some companies will set up where they want more security. Okay, so in the real time Netscaler we don't get the access because it would be taken care by network security team. They would be working with all the servers in the DMZ with the network security, firewalls, all those. But we require the knowledge in this.
Okay.
Okay, so the troubleshooting from the Citrix wise and to communicate with that Netscaler engine is we require the knowledge.
So we will not configure all this
No, no, we
design.
don't configure. Virtual appliance level, we can tell that in the interview. Interview wise, it's important, but in the job, we don't get that access.
Double hop, we can say. Huh?
No, no, single hop you tell.
No, no, you said double hop for more security.
Mostly like a very like secure kind of things they can design. Netscaler will support these all the features, but we are not using all these. Okay, that depends upon the company. Network security team need to decide that. If it is a maybe very big financial institute, then they may keep double hop DMZ at that network security level. Those are not our decisions. Okay,
Just
but
we need to choose.
Netscaler will support that.
We need to choose and check mark only.
Yes, yes.
Configuration will be done in network team.
Everything they will maintain. There would be one or two Netscaler engineers,
Yeah.
but we need to closely work with them for the issues and all those. So that's the reason we also required the knowledge on this.
For taking IP addresses.
Yeah, that is issues where exactly the problem, whether that's Netscaler issue or our issue, that's we should able to differentiate and we need to troubleshoot those.
And I think this is one of the common issue most of the time happens.
Yeah,
The
said that
external
those
user are not
external
able to
users are
log
not
in.
able to
Yeah,
connect. That is the general statement, but we need to closely work with where exactly the problem we need to identify. So that is the reason we required some knowledge on Netscaler part also. Otherwise, we can't resolve that issue.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those issues also we'll discuss some of the issues and how to provide the troubleshooting also. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Do we have a session tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll confirm. Tomorrow I'll confirm. Mostly day after tomorrow I'll take.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
If it is there, I'll let you know by evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Have a
Yeah,
good day.
Shrikant.